When I was younger, I loved the idea of working 100 hours per week. I was always trying to work more. I was always trying to work harder. Of course, at this point, I was not diagnosed with ADHD, and so the evidence that I could work this hard and be productive was once in a blue moon, I would hyper-focus and, oh, look, no, I can actually do this. I just need to hyper-focus 24/7, which of course is not possible for me. I don't know, maybe other people can do it. I can't. But in order to try to push myself, I would watch these motivational videos, and there's two people I wanted to point out who have started to change their tunes, and I actually want to positively highlight how they're starting to change their tunes. So here's the first one. This is a guy named Gary Vaynerchuk. Basically, all of his videos and all of his content is about how hard he works. You can see at the thumbnail here, I'm grinding while you're sleeping. Work hard, grind, hustle. I work 100 hours a week. I give up my 20s. I actually think he has a compelling story to tell, and I think he is a very hard worker, and I think it's very commendable how hard he does work. But here's a new video where he seems like he's maybe changing his tune. So here it is.
Do I believe that work ethic is a foundational piece of success? Yes, I do. Do I want anybody ever to work so much that they get depressed? Of course not.
So again, I don't want to be negative towards him. I think that the fact that he has such a big audience and he's maybe starting to inch towards a more realistic view of how you can be productive and healthy and not burn out and do things you love. I think that's a better message, and I'm glad he's going in that direction. And the same can be said about someone else in the startup world, which is Paul Graham. Paul Graham is a very famous tech startup person, and he has a lot of great essays about working hard and how to find the right things to work on. But I do think that he's also been a proponent of this message of working 100 hours per week and that type of thing, which personally I think is just not a very good message, and I think he's also starting to change his tune just like Gary Vaynerchuk. So here's some evidence in his newest essay. His essay is about how to work hard, and at the very end he says working hard is not just a dial you turn up to 11, it's a complicated dynamic system that has to be tuned right at each point. And essentially his whole essay is about how in order to work hard you have to find something you're genuinely interested in, you have to be dedicated, you have to be patient, and also you need to find that point, whatever it is for you, that is the hardest you can work without being burnt out and without hating your life and without suffering, which I think is a very good way to put it. And he's talking about working hard as a skill rather than this like dial you turn up. So it is nice to see both Paul Graham and Gary Vaynerchuk kind of move in the right direction, where I think is just a more realistic, more scientifically true way to work hard while maintaining your health and sanity. So good for them, and just a little funny thing to see where both of these people are going towards.